What is up, YouTube? This is the debut of Craft Inc.'s Minecraft Survival Series with Lucas, Ryan, Lincoln, Kinnick, Mason, Indy, and my name is Reed. Now that everyone is introduced, we will all go out on our own to get a good start, and we'll come together in the future and assign jobs to everyone and really get going with this world. We are all excited that all of you get to watch this experience with us. Now let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is grab some wood.
Oh, I'm getting some wood too. I'm hitting the tree with the tree.
That's good, dude.
I know.
Already on 2.5 parts.
I fell off. I fell off the thing.
So what is our plan for the future episodes?
This episode we're going to end with getting iron and getting a nice good start with like a community little hut. And then for the series it's just going to be walking through getting everybody to beat the game essentially and show you guys how to do that in our own way.
Lemur and I are going to do our own thing. We're building a nice little crib. Stealing all the beds.
Yeah, Mason and Kinnick have their own little plan in store. Here I'm just getting some more wood, making a crafting table, making sticks, getting my first wooding tool so I can progress further. Basic starter stuff that you guys are going to have to sit through.
The very start is going to be very slow, but once we get settled in with a house and iron and tools, we'll be able to push out more content and show you more advanced stuff in the starting.
Yeah, everybody will have like their own sort of house. We might live in pods, kind of have their own ideas fitting with their own people. People have their own job specializations where they can do their own thing, and at the first you're gonna have lots of struggles, like with this skeleton that I pieced with a wooden axe, and then we're just gonna go back to farming real quick. I like to get a lot of wood starting so I can have plenty for like my house and stuff like that. I always like to keep a stack of planks and a stack of sticks in my inventory in case I ever need it to make anything.
The biggest struggle off the start would be our health from fighting all these mobs since we're in a dark forest. And then
And I'm dead.
There's not much food around, so our best chances of keep the gameplay going was just dying and respawning.
Alrighty, after I destroyed some trees, I went to go get some cobblestone and iron. Made some tools. That's about it, other than I made 2 stacks of torches.
Always need more torches than you think.
The torches will help us get through the caves and slowly get our way down to diamond level to get us better resources.
The best level for diamonds at this point would be the lowest level, which is -57, but if you go up a couple, because they can spawn within the bedrock in the veins, if you go up a couple, -55 is where I usually like to mine for diamonds, and I usually strip mine.
Right back there where I was mining all that copper. Didn't know we didn't need that.
Yeah, copper's pretty useless, we found out, after Lucas got like 5 stacks.
Alright, me and Kinnick met up and we're gonna go try to find somewhere to build a house, but
I thought I was better than that jump. I ain't gonna let you.
so did I, but we just kind of run around for a little bit. I think we end up just
Slapping down a portable house real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, we had about 3 of these going at the same time.
I found ancient or abandoned nether portal, and that's where I got chest plates and gold tools from that I think are all broken now.
So we're gonna go through everybody in an order, and once we get into like later game, we're gonna give everybody specialized jobs. And first, it'll be like set to like people's skill sets and like what they're best at the game. And we'll start off on this end with Lucas. What do you think you're best at, and what job you deserve in this playthrough?
I was thinking redstone.
You want to be our redstone technician?
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, what do you think you're gonna want to do?
So I'm the lead editor, so most of these videos being put out by me and Lincoln and Kinnick doing all the editing. But I'll probably help Lucas with the redstone. Don't know too much about it, but I'm willing to help and learn.
Okay, lean, fat. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about, for the bigger builds, we're gonna need a lot of blocks mined and gathered, and I enjoy my time getting blocks for crazy builds.
So you're gonna be our lead gatherer.
Yep. And I think Mason's right along with me.
Yeah, I was
He specializes in digging holes, which you will see later in this video.
collecting a lot of blocks.
Yep. What about you, Kimmy?
Mason gets all the blocks. I build with them, so he's in later episodes he gets a lot of stone that we're gonna smelt and turn into stone bricks. And I have a nice little plan for those guys. So yeah.
Lincoln, how about you? What do you think you're gonna do?
I'll probably get some farms going.
Be a lead farm maker. I'll kind of work around with everybody doing all that kind of stuff.
Right here, I was trying to get some cobblestone to set up to get some better tools. I went down this cave. Since I had no torches or coal, I had a lot of mobs attacking me. And from trying to get this cobblestone, I was struggling because I only had a wooden tool, so I couldn't get it very quick. But I was doing my best against these mobs. Yeah, broke my pick. So then I had to find a safer way and I had to retreat because I had nothing else. Dropped this crafting table. Then I got a stone pickaxe from it. So then I went to find a safer place to get my cobblestone from so I can keep developing. And then that's when I decided to just dig in the mountain.
This would be our little community hole where we could keep stuff until we start making our little pods and houses that we decided to put out on that lake next to spawn in a bit. And back to our jobs. I would be doing little bits of everything with everyone. Redstone farms. I'll mainly just be a builder. I like to design things. And going along with that, we'll have house ideas, which we'll gloss over soon.
I'm snagging some iron here. I get a lot of it.
And that'll be very useful for us in the future, as you need iron for practically everything. Probably in the next couple episodes, we will have an iron farm along with good other farms that we need going up.
That's a good cave.
So what is this? Our second?
This is the second portable
Our
house.
second portable house. We just kind of.
It's nighttime.
It's night, and
Yeah.
so we just sit in this cave for a little bit.
Parked it here for a while. It starts raining and stuff. Yeah, we're not trying to. I don't mess with skeletons on this world.
Skeletons be the ops in the early game.
I also made a bunch of armor here.
Yep.
I don't even know what's going on.
Nice
here.
and generous. He throws a sword at me.
About this time game, everybody's getting their own iron, everybody's getting their own armor and tools, better tools. Everybody's figuring out a way to get food like I did here. I was surviving off glowberries. Here I'm just in the cave right next to our spawn, next to our little shack, getting some more iron so I can get as much of a surplus as I can for the future.
At this point in time, most of us are in the caves trying to survive and just getting iron. And Lucas was getting a whole lot of copper.
Yeah, as you can see there, most of that won't be used in the future. Probably just gonna sit in a chest somewhere. You never know, might need it.
I could use some copper. I
Back to me, I'm munching on the glowberries. Been surviving off those for a while. I think I go down this part, find our first redstone, pick that up. We'll need it in the future. Ryan decided to follow me like most of the time when I was in the cave.
You know, I didn't have any matches or torches, so I needed a buddy to keep me in the light, you know.
Mason and I make an executive decision to leave the portable house, and coming up, we're gonna slap a house down right in the middle of the water. Nobody can touch us because we're like that, except for drowned.
Yeah, later we'll probably sit out in that lake. I think it'd be a good area close to spawn to get starter houses up. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have at first little pods, 3 separate pods separated where there's kind of a main gatherer and a main builder to get everything started. And we're gonna have me and Indy in one house, Mason and Kinnick in another, and probably Lincoln, Ryan, and Lucas finding another spot to live. Here I'm kind of back in the cave. I need some stuff. Gotta smelt that iron to get more tools because my pick broke.
I'm up in the top trying to gather some food so I can regenerate. But then being at one heart and not having much food, it's going to be a struggle at nighttime in the forest. So I'm going back to our house, or not really a house,
like
but our hole in the ground.
Hole in the ground, yeah.
That pig I hid in there, tried to get it, didn't want it bad enough.
K-Med's come along, rescuing him.
Backing down, I'm in the ground, trying to figure out what I need. Continuing on my journeys, tried to mine the redstone with gunpowder, didn't work too well. This is the part where I think I found Ryan, started following me down in the mines.
Oh, there I am. You know, just waiting for Ed to get down there,
Nice skin.
make some light.
Horrible.
They call me the
The one-eyed monster.
they call me the one-eyed monster. You know, I'm just out here mining away with Fred.
Trying to take my lapis that I clearly found by myself.
He needed a little help mining it. Just following him around.
I was doing completely fine on my own. He tries to mine the vines off the wall.
I wasn't sure what that was. Noticed Fred's got some gold, so I'm like, I'm gonna go find some of my own gold. So I headed down. You know.
Yeah, you'll see in the future he kind of struggles with this.
Reed and Ryan are getting down to the point where they're in the deep slate, so they're past cobblestone. And getting into the deep slate is where you'll have chances to find diamonds.
Yeah, higher chances of diamonds back down there.
So I fell down, lost a little bit of health, but I found some gold. I was excited. And then I realized I didn't have an iron pickaxe. So how am I supposed to mine this gold? So I'm like, Fred, I need your help. He's like, all right, I'll be there in a sec. So, this is just me waiting for him to get there so I can get this gold. Here he comes.
I hear his cry for help. I'm coming down. I see him trying to mine this with a stone pick. So I go here, Ross. Let me get this for you real quick. I break it for him. He picks it up. I spent me and him spent most of our time in the cave just gathering resources, and then went back up later to kind of put everything away, get everything started.
Now we, had to get out of there. I'm like, I'm finna take this with me because it's dark in here and I need some light. So, yeah.
Good idea, dude. Well, Indy's rocking one heart.
So I made a decision about just making a chest and putting all my items in it, since I shouldn't waste the food I've been gathering since it's so scarce. So I went to the nearest mob, which I found a creeper stuck in a tree. And since I'm so close to spawn, I decided to just kill myself and go back and grab my items.
That's how you do it.
So I get a full bar of hunger and hearts back and keep on with the journey.
Y'all fellas have like a favorite brick or a
Big block.
favorite block or a favorite item in the game?
I know the worst one. It's diorite, without a doubt.
You know,
Diorite?
Lemur tends to get a lot of diorite.
Polished diorite, I think, looks pretty snazzy, but it's not as good as calcite.
It's just on my way down to cobblestone.
Sometimes.
I like the new deep slate blocks. You can get deep slate bricks and stuff. So I slapped down a nice little crib right in the middle of the water, threw those doors away because who needs doors, you know? And honestly, it was just nice to get a roof over my head. It doesn't look pretty, but it'll do for now.
Yeah, I think I plan to put me in Indy's house out in the view of what you see right now in Kinnick, out on that shore, and I don't know how I'm gonna have my style. I think it's gonna be a little bit of the same of Kinnick's, except it's gonna be mostly dark oak because I prefer dark oak. It looks nicer than regular oak, and I think I'm gonna make his house is more square shaped. I'm gonna make mine a little like not symmetrical, and I kind of like it style like that. Since I'm rooming with Indy, he doesn't really care about that, and I'm more of the builder, so I think that's what I'm gonna do for the future.
Or just slapping down a roof, making it look nice and fancy, even though it looks terrible. But it's a starter house. It don't need to look good.
Yeah, we'll get better houses in the future, I promise.
Mason is my main resource gatherer. He gets all the blocks for me. He gets all the cobblestone, all the wood, all that stuff. He's just gonna become very useful once we're starting to build that big project we have planned. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, you guys' big project.
Our big project.
Does that have to do with beds?
It does not have to do with beds.
Oh, that's right.
That's the other one.
Okay. I do have a question for everyone here. When it comes to logs, building with logs, do you prefer stripped logs or like with the bark on the logs?
Bark.
I prefer the bark on the logs.
I like for the outside. I like the bark. For the inside, I like the strip.
I would agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm opposite of that. I like
Bark
stripped
all-
I like
bark all the way.
Bark all the way. I like the stripped logs on the outside, and I prefer to like make ceiling rafters with the bark on it on the interior of the houses.
Depending on what type of log you're using.
That also
Yeah.
matters too.
Because I feel like
Crimson logs. and
the
stuff.
crimson logs and stuff,
Those
stripped.
I don't like those. I don't like those.
Strips.
Period. I don't like those nether woods.
But like oak looks way better if it has its bark on.
Agreed.
yeah, I kind of agree with that. I ain't. But
For a floor, I think the strip logs on oak look really nice. If you do a pattern with it, I think it looks really
I
nice.
think what I'm gonna do for my house in the future is I like terracotta a lot, and I found a lot of clay down in the caves, and I think I'm just gonna collect clay over time, and then make lots of colored terracotta and make like a cool floor design or something with me and Indy's house.
And if it gets down to it and we're actually living on this lake, we can make pathways that will help us get to each other's houses, if not certain parts of the biomes around us.
Liam and I are gonna have a pathway. We got a nice little build coming.
And as we get better items, getting these resources, we'll be able to build a lot bigger and better places for you guys to see.
Better builds. We'll have like areas for like
Slap some windows up there.
we have like farm area. We'll have living quarters.
Go for one.
Yeah,
Go for two.
Med struggles to put a piece of glass here.
Go for three.
Instead of just building up there and putting it, he decides to waste three
There it
pieces
is.
of glass. He's
Doing his happy dance.
He's a little happy about that.
It was so bad, man.
All right, so here we are getting some more iron. Just digging around.
That's
looking.
cobblestone, dude.
No,
Oh, it's right
just,
there.
Oh,
You know,
You know, man.
Just-
He's like
just had to
that.
snag some more because you can never have too much iron.
and that gray stuff that looks different than the stone right next to it is clay, and that's what I've been picking up most of the time in the cave after I got my main resources.
Yeah, you slap that in the furnace, make it look fancy. Indy's doing indie things, gathering resources.
I was not finding any iron in this cave, but I did find a bunch of coal which will help us smelt all the iron that other people have found. And I found over like two to 2.5 stacks of coal.
I found quite a bit of coal too while I was out there.
So I just decided grab all the coal I can and I can help out with smelting other people's items. I also didn't really know how to get out. Kind of got lost, running out of picks. All I had was my iron one left. So I was trying to slowly make my way up to the surface, which I was under a mountain, so that didn't really help. So I dug very far up.
Yeah, so about at this point, everybody's kind of getting what they need. We're going back up to the surface. Some people, like Kinnick and Mason, decided they wanted to start their own house out on the lake, which is fine. And then most of us stayed in this little cave just for this episode, and then we'll go out later. And that's it, guys.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks for watching,
the
y'all.
first video.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate y'all's support.
We cannot wait for you guys to watch us on this journey. Sorry we did not have much to talk about this first time. It's kind of slow at the beginning, but we promise it'll soon pick up.
Yeah, it'll speed up soon. The first 2 episodes usually start fast, but thanks for watching. See everybody in the next episode. Have a good one.
Peace out.